The Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs is delivering a report to Parliament today saying their ability to respond to future wildfires is deeply compromised. 2023 has been Canada's worst year on record for wildfires. More than 2.5 times more land burned than last time we had a year this bad. That was back in 1995. Joining us from Ottawa this morning with a closer look at the issues in the report is Ken McEwen. He's the president of the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs. Good to have you with us again.
Well, good morning once again.
So most of the problems detailed in this report are about the state of the equipment that's used to control the wildfire. So what is the biggest issues there?
Well, as you'd indicated, we did our survey for 2023 across 534 different departments responded to that. You'd be surprised to hear that over 50% of those that responded indicated that they've got equipment that is out of date. We have frontline operational availability of 10 to 15 years that we suggest that we use our frontline equipment for. Over 50% of our departments are using equipment older than that. It's not a good state.
Yeah, especially given the fact that, when we're speaking with climatologists, we know that severe weather, dry weather, all of these conditions that lead to wildfires is only increasing. Also of note, you and I have spoken about these numbers before. Nearly 10,000 volunteer firefighters left service this year. A third of existing firefighters are nearing the age of retirement. That leaves a huge gap. What will our capacity to respond to future wildfires look like if these numbers don't change?
Yeah, and I think it's a great point. The fact of the matter is, and what's most alarming, is we continue to see a reduction of men and women that choose to provide these services in their communities. The numbers have, in 2016, were as high as 156,000 firefighters across this country. In 2022, just a 6-year difference, we saw that at 126,000. This survey, again, shows a reduction of about 9,500 individuals. As you said in your introduction, the 23 wildfire season was unprecedented, and it unfortunately does not show it to be a whole lot different for the fire season of 2024. I'll tell you, men and women are going to continue to do what they do. We will answer the call. However, we are relying more heavily on a smaller group to do the same amount of work, if not more.
So as we mentioned, to present this report, and I want to read a portion of it so that our audience knows what's in it and what you'll be presenting. The solutions needed have been known for some time and articulated in position papers submitted to the federal government over the past few years. Here you are again, you're back in Ottawa. How are you feeling about these upcoming conversations this time?
Again, it's one of those pieces that we understand that we have to continue to show the data. Government needs good data in order to make informed decisions. We have the data that shows the value of, for example, increasing the volunteer firefighter tax credit. Currently, it sits at $3,000 annually. We've asked the federal government to consider increasing that to $10,000 annually. Second of all, the Joint Emergency Preparedness Program, which was a fund we had available through the federal government up until 2013. We're suggesting that needs to be re-implemented. Municipalities relied on that and will continue to rely on that in order to fund specialty training and equipment. And lastly, and perhaps it ties it all together, we're asking the federal government to consider the creation of a National Fire Administration, a position embedded in government to help coordinate and look at all of the pieces of the fire service across Canada.
Well, it's always good, they say, as part of a negotiation to come not just with the problems, but with the solutions as well. And we're hoping that you have good reception as you present your report. Ken, thanks for coming back.
It's always a pleasure. Thanks for what you do, and be safe.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.